We're live, huh? How he do that, huh?
Yeah. By the way, I will welcome UNC Samurai and Night Owl to our stream tonight.
And thank you for
Glad
the
to have you with
sub.
us. You could do that too.
I just moused over this sub counter and it just says for the subscription goal. Just
Whoa, extreme subscription goal.
Most extreme. Most extreme.
Most extremis, huh? I must find Samuel Dickstein.
Dickstein.
Where is he? Mew. Oh.
Permit. What permit? The river belongs to everyone.
Will you ask me that when I'm on my way
And
out?
who do you think stocks it, huh? You think 5 kilograms of bream just fell into the river? Pay the 5 ruble fine while I'm still in a good mood.
I'm feeling proud today.
You won't fool me. There have always been fish in the river, and there always will be. Anyone can fish.
Wow, not true, but okay.
Fucking poacher! Butchering our fish. We will show you what it means to use the river responsibly.
I'm on his side, but I felt
Lads,
like a
we got a
fight.
poacher here. Get him!
Like, yeah, I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Time to show him what for. Yeah.
Ow! Holy shit! Okay, these guys aren't fucking around. Reduce it by 5, don't mind if I fucking do.
It's just a small 5.
Hungry? Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Oh, that was the right guy. Nom 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 nom. That's what you get for trying to protect your fishing area. Never forget. It's quick and it's easy and it's free, fellas. So.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that is fair. I don't say much during the battles anyways.
Let me get my mic a little closer, see if that helps.
Yeah. I will be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the battles in this game. I think they're like the weakest part of it.
Oh well.
Like this game is, in my mind, like almost primarily a story-driven game. So.
Oh, those guys looked ready to fight. Huh? Always makes me sad when people solve their problems with words instead of magical fists.
What about magical words? Made of fists.
I don't know.
Sometimes violence can be solved with S words.
What do you mean I can't scare your chickens away?
This isn't Legend of Zelda. You can't fight the boss enemy just yet. Because remember, chickens are the boss enemy in the Legend of Zelda games. No question about it. Evening there, Mercury Alpha X and a Syphilis 561. I mean, I would consider sometimes chickens to be minor demons.
Bagok?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They're even infesting our language.
Small jar filled with shells from the seaside. As one's gaze rests on the shells, thoughts drift towards the clear ocean waters sparkling with different shades of turquoise. At least that's what one's imagination shows, because one's feet have never stepped outside of Warsaw. These days, you don't have to physically cross borders to cross them. The right outfit can take a modern man any place he wants. Turquoise will give any face a hint of nostalgia. Oriental embroidery and precious silks will accent your individualism. Gentlemen, we're here. I thought I was already done that quest, huh?
But maybe you can do it again.
That was the
What about second quests?
Taylor's quest.
What about Second's quests?
I don't know. I want to fight that guy that made me the king of the Thaumaturges. Don't forget to buy the famous local challah. Cause there ain't no challah bread, girl. There ain't no challah bread, girl. Pretty.
Red girl. I can use some bread.
Yeah, whatever. Flammenwerfen, etc. Just an Okrana inspection. Bye.
Just you're touring to see if the place was it was an open house, right? Maybe it's for sale.
Mr. Shulsky, thank you for coming.
I don't remember to what this was regarding. Tell him to pick up the phone first.
Maybe you should check who's
Boom,
calling.
pick up the
Then
phone.
we'll be able to talk uninterrupted.
Yes, of course. Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back shortly.
Aloha. Nice, now I can spy. Cabinet key, nice.
Evening, Bully Bravo. Pretty good yourself.
This is to announce and stress that, in accordance with the ruling of the Government Commission on Religious Denominations and Public Enlightenment, it is forbidden to educate anyone on subjects related to deceitful and socially harmful subjects. These include teachings related to the history of the alleged Polish nation, revolutionary socialist ideas, and backward theories pertaining to the alleged Thaumaturge. Removing these topics from public debate will allow the nation of the Russian Empire to flourish and reach its full potential. Am I about to get censured?
Does that mean that this list is also banned because it is talking about said things in the list?
Two camps of thought have settled on the letter. Some are fervent, full of zeal. Others are as cold as a mountain stream. The voices tried to merge into one. They spent long hours bargaining and negotiating. Can proclaiming lies be reconciled with words of enlightenment?
Enlightenment. The enlightening.
The answer is a big fat maybe. Dear Sir, please be advised that your repeated requests for permission to register a higher education institution have been denied. Please note that this decision is final. Is it about to be why I think it is? And you are not entitled to any appeal procedures. Warsaw does not need another education institution. The existing ones are considered sufficient from the perspective of the... Oh, to register a higher education institution, not register to one. He was trying to establish a new department at the university. Deck of cards. The edges are worn. Someone uses this deck often. The hands move fast and the eyes follow every motion. Diamonds, tens, aces, everything radiates focus. Now she comes out on top even though no one will notice. Reshuffle. Polina.
Dun dun dun. Trace certain. Polina.
Dear friends, Valdemar has been one of our most talented students. There are no words to express my sorrow over what happened. I can only assure you that that you can count on my help and support. In case of trouble, please do not hesitate to ask. Oh, right. Is this the secret university that they're teaching women at? Maybe.
Isn't that the one your sister's part of?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Flour, lard, gray soap, and a toy soldier, and among them a letter expressing sorrow and support for Valdemar's family. The package is filled with remorse. Words hide in the boxes, nooks, and crannies, trying to make themselves scarce under goods, but they can still be seen. Words that will always be awkward and never enough.
I would be feeling a lot of remorse if I got that too. Not gonna lie.
I feel like I should have saved before I came up here in case this is going to be the thing. Like, what were you doing up there? Signed by Anna and Slavic. They hope that the beloved husband and father fares well. One last farewell kiss. A child's small hand slowly slipped from the adult's grasp. One last look and the train leaves, to a place far from here. It leaves behind emptiness, sorrow, and the belief that this will be the only way his loved ones will be safe. Trace certain. Samuel Dickstein.
At least now we know.
Steiner.
The remains of a cigarette still smoldering. Ash and self-control spreads around the cigarette butt. Tobacco is a bandage for sorrows. It cradles the wound, keeping away the thoughts of the young people who risk imprisonment and their lives. Is that not the fucking truth, huh? In the name of an ideal or his ambition, it's better not to know. It is better to smoke. Dick Stein is perfectly aware of the danger that comes with running an illegal university. The cause is important and the goal is worth every effort. However, every person in prison because of it adds to the burden on his conscience. Could it be too high a price? Nah. Refusal letter concerning the legalization of TFU. I really don't know how to express myself more clearly. Do not write me again. Don't bother me at work, and don't try to contact my family. And if you see me on the street, be so kind to pretend you don't know me. Your request borders on madness. Free education. It's a fairy tale. A university for women? That's some kind of deranged hallucination. This is Russia, not Paris. It won't work, ever. If you don't understand that, you'll end up in the Citadel. Forgive me, but I have no such desire. That's why I'm repeating myself for the 100th time. Stop contacting me. Without regards, N.
Nice. That's a solid statement right there.
The letter categorically refuses Dick Stein. Categorically, that's one way of putting it, I suppose. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to the chat, fellas. So I don't know what any of this is fucking talking about.
I'm not sure. Like, well, they're talking about how Canadian we are. Like,
yeah, but how are they talking about cookeries and kopeshes?
Hey, that's something else. That's something else.
The smell of fear fills the nostrils and stifles breathing. This man asks for too much. One cannot step out of line and take risks. One cannot trust. Dick Stein is working to legalize the flying university. So far, with little success.
Yeah. Evening, by the way, Ramshackle Salvage. How's it going? I don't know why I decided to slur my words right there, but hey, it's a thing I'm doing right now. It's all good.
Sometimes it just has to happen like that.
I just looked over there and there was so many messages.
No.
Oh my god! Holy shit! Is that not the smartest thing ever? I took the key. There's an option to put the key back. Can you imagine missing that?
I mean, I did lose my keys today for a while, so yes.
Let's eavesdrop.
Don't look at me like that. After all, Dick Stein himself wants me to...
Even Upir knows it's wrong.
Yes, Wojtek is brave. But the thing is, he might be too brave. No, I don't know anything. I don't even have anyone I could ask. Yes, I miss you. But caution comes first. How are your parents?
Oh my god, why do I do this to myself?
Say that and then your hands. Hold on. Did you say something to me?
No, I was just talking to myself. Nice apartment.
Thank you.
Visitor?
Please wait until I'm finished.
Of course.
I'm guessing he didn't figure out I was eavesdropping. A soft tone, loud laughter, and tenderness showing through every word. Whoever's on the other end of the line, Dick Stein certainly has great affection for them. Affectionate phone calls, the trace of a woman left in the apartment. It's none of my business, really. Unfortunately, I'm curious by nature. Let me in, I want to see more!
They just want to keep you out.
Too bad I can't rotate the camera.
Class. Evening there, Storm
Feel
Song.
comfortable and all ears? I think we can begin. As you already know, recently one of my students was arrested. I think your help will be invaluable.
Invaluable.
The phone call you received, was it anyone important?
First of all, it was a private conversation. It was my wife, if
He'll
you must
remember
know.
this.
I understand that I must answer more uncomfortable questions.
The phone call you received,
Yeah, like
was
this
it anyone
one.
important?
First, I understand that I must answer more uncomfortable questions.
Yeah, like, who was on the phone?
The
right?
phone call you received,
First of all,
Alright.
how can I help?
I'm afraid that the arrest of this boy threatens the continued operation of the Flying University.
You're afraid he might simply give you up.
I have also heard that some students have begun to accuse each other of working with the Ochrana. It's very destructive.
Have
Who's
a good
the
evening there,
arrested
but
student?
comma.
Valdemar, a very talented arithmetician. I feel bad for him.
A locksmith's son. So, you should manage
That's
him.
not funny. Don't joke right
Yes.
now.
But what scares me most is the atmosphere
Laughing
of
is
distrust
banned.
that has set in, of suspicion, a witch hunt. In order for the meetings to continue, I need to know if someone has actually betrayed us. The venue of our next lecture can also be considered compromised.
You're trying to legalize the university, aren't you? Even if it means it will be controlled by the Russians.
I don't see any other way for us. We can't hide forever, and the Russians, they're here now, and I'm thinking about the future. However, we can't do it without your help.
Do you like to play solitaire?
What makes you ask that?
You're not a gambling man, but your cards appear used.
Oh, the cards. Yes, well,
I know Polina left them here.
cards also involve math. I use them to explain probability calculus.
You teach your students how to count cards?
Trust me, this has no relation to our case.
Is she the one the students suspect of being an Ochrana spy? Because she's Russian.
Regrettably, we live in such xenophobic times, but I don't harbor even the slightest suspicion against her. Actually, I would like you to definitively eliminate her as a suspect. Preferably without her finding out.
It seems you look after Polina more than the rest of the female students.
I don't expect you to understand all my motivations. I only need your help with the Mo matter. If you're able to handle it safely and discreetly for all involved, I shall be very much obliged.
I'm nosy by nature. Please excuse me. We'll round up all suspects in one place. Next, we'll say that I'm there because of a thaumaturgical lecture that you yourselves have requested.
Good idea. The question is,
My
where?
house, why not?
I think it's time for me to reciprocate with an invitation to my
Very,
house.
very sweat.
I
Mm-hmm.
only need to ask my sister first.
Call.
Wonderful. Thank you.
So who called? Hey, he does
Don't
a
worry
little
about
shimmy. He does a little shimmy.
I think we can conclude our meeting.
I'm gonna go look in that room you
You're
were
of
in.
great help to me. I'll let you know when we're ready. And please be careful. There's been some commotion in front of the tenement house again. Sometimes I don't know if they're coming for me already or if the time hasn't come yet.
Ooh, I'm gonna go start a fight out front.
Yeah, I was just thinking that myself.
Goodbye.
Time to see what demons can expose.
Na, 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 na,
Why is my
na,
leg
na,
falling asleep?
na, 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 na.
Is there a...
Da na 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 na.
Let me
Da na
in.
na 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 na
Let
na
me
na.
in.
Na 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 na. Na na.
I'm just imagining Victor cracking his knuckles in his neck as he walks out.
Mhm.
They shat on the sheets again.
Shit on a shingle.
Things are different in our community than they are here. Nobody shat on our sheets.
I don't know. They all look like they shit on the road here, given that that tenement bath.
Guess I gotta go bug Legia. Oh, come on. I want to start a fight.
Just flick enough blood in the streets, it'll tell you where you need to go fight.
Oh, that's where I have to go anyway. Maybe there'll be a fight in front of my shop. Huh? That'll drum up some business.
I pay money to see that.
I'd buy that for a Kopeck.
What, Night Owl, what about shitting the bed in the middle of the street? Like, they just double down. Just absolutely double down.
I'm gonna spy on my sister's stuff.
Straight to jail? But we're a Thaumaturge. We can't go to jail. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. Can't have us in jail. Our uncle's in the force. We can't go to jail.
Not now, Victor. I don't have
Yeah,
time.
Uncle Polisi. I remember him. Uncle Copy.
We have to talk about the golem. I know how to stop it now.
You know what to do? Tell me.
Do you trust me, sister?
I trust you. And I'm
I
glad
feel like I
you're
unlocked
here
that by
with
being
me.
a good brother based on the way the
Even
thing
if, it's not always easy.
disappeared.
I feel the answer to that should just in general be no, because he's Victor. Like,
I
let's
found
be
out
honest.
that you can only call off a golem in the place where it was made. It was summoned in the synagogue.
How do you know that?
Father's former sales clerk led me there.
Hayat? How did he know? Don't tell me he had something to do with this.
What do you guys think? She's my sister. She deserves to know.
He knows the truth.
To be honest, and especially since she's one of the people put in danger by it.
Well, he begged the previous rabbi to send the golem after father. He did it out of revenge for the disappearance of a certain Horowitz.
The pharmacist? What exactly is Hayat accusing Papa of? Of killing him?
Do you trust me, sister?
I trust you. And I'm glad that
What a
you're here
fucking
with
way
me.
to derail a
Even if,
conversation.
it's not always easy.
Yeah, that is something that happens in this game.
Do you know what
Quite
a flaw
often.
is?
Kind of, but Papa didn't tell me too much about his abilities.
A flaw is a hidden stamp that sometimes defines our behavior or even our lives. It's formed in the subconscious and centers around the things that matter most to us. It might be the memory of something tragic or shocking from the past, or something that takes us over completely, obsessively. If you were to tell me the one thing in your life that matters most, what would it be?
Where's this coming from? My family. And you, too, of course.
Now, seriously.
It could be
this time.
no fear of loss.
Alright, I'm sorry.
Fear of losing
I'm
her
putting this
brother
up
is the
in.
thing. He had to leave.
Work comes first. I want to work. Hard and honestly. And I want to be respected for it. Not have fingers pointed at me. And
Oh,
so
is hers pride too? I saw the hallmarks of the flaw within Legia, one associated with her ambitious approach to life. I guess her flaw might be ambition, huh? I already have all the information on the Golem's curse. All I need to do now is go to the ritual site with Legia. Ariel Raffi will be waiting for us there. I can wonder if I should keep a promise made to a criminal.
I don't doubt you've got that certain something inside you. I will.
Thank her for her honesty.
Thank you for opening up to me. And good luck.
thank you.
I meant the people who stand in your way.
Thank you.
I have to poke around here a little more yet.
If you need any...
I mean, I gotta go all Salutors this run, right? Like, I gotta take the Golem.
Yeah, you do absolutely do.
Not now, Victor. I don't have time.
Oh, you're gonna make the time.
I need you. We must end it. Together.
You sound serious. What's going on?
Today,
Why
the
so
curse placed on
serious?
Father will lose its power. But we have to get going.
Are we going down into the synagogue basement?
Ariel Roffa is already waiting for us. He's the one leading this whole thing.
Do I know him?
I sincerely hope not. He's not a suitable companion for you.
Oh, now I'm dying of curiosity.
There's no time.
How exciting. I feel 10 years old again.
I can't help but think this is gonna go real poorly.
What
after
do you
she
think
said
I
that.
saved? Oh, I guess we don't have to go there, do we? Oh my god, it's a good thing I didn't leave her there then, huh? That was the shop, right?
Uh-oh.
I have the feeling that she would have died if I left her there.
That would be, a hell of a bad ending, not gonna lie.
Sefer Yetzirah, the Book of Creation, contains descriptions of mystical Kabbalistic rituals. Thoughts of doubt clung to the book. Ariel admitted to himself that he would have wielded the names of God more skillfully had his faith not died one fateful afternoon. Having sensed that I was coming, however, Rafi quickly composed himself. Three candles placed in the very center of the chamber. Ariel scattered the words of deep meditation on the Kabbalistic nature of the elements around the candles. Earth, air, and water are complemented by... fire, air, and water are complemented by earth, which constitutes the golem's essence, at least in theory. The ritual is based on the use of the right combination of the names of God and the elements, complemented by golem. Kabbalah isn't that hard, I'm gonna just fucking leave. Bye. 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 Imagine I go up there and the golem's up there.
That would be a hell of a surprise, shall we say.
I'm
That's a
gonna
nice
go
way of
to-
saying it.
I'm gonna
Surprise.
go to the, Oh, well, obviously I'm gonna look at Buddy's office. Now he's got a hankering for the synagogue.
Rabbi?
You almost made me take Hashem's name in vain.
I didn't mean to scare you. Today, we are ending the curse of the golem.
I know. Rofei, that heathen, told me to bring some candles and chalk downstairs. Now it's not just the roof that's falling in, but all the heavens.
This is a touch
Is there anything
sacrilegious.
else I can help you with? I'm listening.
Rabbi, could you tell me something?
He was fair, but also difficult and very principled. But if he's the one who inflicted the curse, I'll pray.
I could just sit there and fucking wait if I wanted.
Mm-hmm. That's the one way to deal with the golem.
What, take a nap?
Yeah, just you know, just take a little bit of a break. It'll show up when it shows up.
It's quick, it's easy, and it's free.
Just like the best things in life.
I'm gonna go spy on the store while she's gone.
That'll teach him.
Yo, she's
Don't
letting
shoot.
customers in here without her being there?
Well, how else are you supposed to drum up business?
Wow. Wonder who else I could bug. Horsey. I see we're at an impasse. I can wait all day, can you? Oh, you think I won't shit on the street?
We know you will.
Hell yeah, I will. Don't get smart, punk. I will shit in the street. I swear to God.
You thought you knew shitting in the street. We were born with it. We were raised shitting on the street.
I was
What a
born
day.
to the shitting.
What a day.
I'm wondering, what do you mean? Let's kid.
Serious.
All right, I've had my I've had my daily 16-hour nap. Let's do this. I don't think they're gonna stop at just one sample if there's nobody in the store.
The darling sister, here in person. You clearly are of the same blood. We have nearly everything ready, I see.
I don't think we've met.
Just a little sample.
Ligia Szulska.
Ariel Rother, the pleasure is mine.
Mr. Rofer, this is everything I've been able to find. The candles are placed where you commanded.
Fine.
And you must be dear Ligia Szulska. My regards.
The mademoiselle looks pale. Do you feel all right, my lady?
Yes, sure.
Victor, I need a pound of flesh, and it's up to you whose body it comes from.
Hold up.
Victor, what's going on? What's he talking about?
What do you mean? You haven't just picked up a pound of flesh? You know,
Are you
you've
scared?
been bored?
I'm not
once or
afraid of
twice.
anything. Are you?
I'd be a fool if I weren't afraid. What scares me the most right now is that there's a golem threatening us.
Then let's face it together. Tell me how I can help you.
You've already helped me plenty.
Enough chit-chat. Since everything's ready, let's get to work.
How
Get
do you
to
rid
work.
of the golem's physical form?
There's an old ritual. It's called the Bearer. It's a sifting ritual. The incantation allows us to sift out the demonic part from the rest of the creature. It also helps with cases of possession.
Good to know.
By the way, your father must have really gotten under Sofa's skin.
My father had that effect on people. This ritual, are you sure it's safe?
Just trust me, as I trust you'll keep your word. I won't touch a
But I'm
hair
not
on
gonna,
your
is the thing
sister's
about
head.
that. So
I'm
why should I
here,
trust you?
Mr. Rofer.
And aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
Trust in the trust that trusts and trusts.
Let's begin.
Don't mess
Trust is
this up.
earned.
I'll do my best.
Maybe he'll die. Maybe he'll get himself killed and I won't have to worry about it.
Won't it come?
Patience.
Maybe it's a good thing I waited until everybody went home and upstairs.
Hashem, be merciful.
Have more faith, Feldman. More faith. Yit Kadash. Yit Kadash Shimiraba. Ready?
Yes.
I take her flaw, you get rid of the golem, and we're quits.
Huh.
Flawless victory.
Alright, there's a poll up. Let's take 5, fellas.
Let's see what we're gonna choose.
I even made the duration longer than I'm gonna be, so I can actually see the results when I get back. So make sure you vote, folks. We'll be back.
I don't know what I'm gonna go for. What are you guys thinking about voting for? It's a tough one. I mean, maybe Victor will become Jewish. Well, I think we've made a choice now, boys. Hey, thanks for the redeem there, Vectron. We'll remind Noot when he gets back that he needs to do an on-screen celebration.
I'm back.
So we had a redeem there. Did you have to fulfill?
What is it?
An on-screen celebration.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but he spent 40 bits on it.
I don't know what it means.
You just need to do a celebration. Do a little dance.
Yay!
Celebrate good times. Come on.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hang on, I gotta blow my nose real quick.
I mean, that could be a celebration of clean sinuses.
The idea that we should avoid flaws is something that we should have considered 9 flaws ago.
I mean, I considered it and thoroughly rejected the idea.
Okay, I see what it does. It makes a bunch of digs floating on the screen.
Hey, Vectron! Thanks for the
Nice.
on-screen celebration. I guess I'm watching it on Discord, so I didn't see that either.
Anyway, so it looks like taking it openly is winning, which is good, because I just remembered, didn't he say there's a chance I might lose Oopier if I try to tie it to my flaw instead of getting a new one?
I'm sure that what we're going to try here will have
Sorry,
no
friend.
negative
Not this
consequences.
time.
We should just go for it. Just go for it.
Bastard!
Fight!
No negative consequences. Negative consequences are illegal.
I should just try to break them in that case. Oh wait, no, because I need to give them suffering.
Gotta say that that golem looks mildly intimidating.
Flawless. Hungry for money? Don't know why I would do anything other than that, but okay.
Well, maybe it wasn't going as hard as you'd like. Maybe you wanted to, you know, increase the difficulty.
No, the golem isn't the final boss of the game. At least I wouldn't think so. Because it's an optional fight. What's his face can fight it?
Maybe having him fight it is a way for him to die.
Maybe. Ow. Oh, that was rotten luck right there. Owie. Owie.
It's a good pain. Bully Bravo. I still think that's better than death by chokehold.
Don't let the golem slip out of your hands, taming
Not
the
so
clay.
threatening now, are you?
Dun dun dun.
Fair.
Even Ganefs have more honor.
Ask if he's going to cry.
Fuck
Nice.
I said the golem is staying with me after all.
Fuck off!
Enough! Stop! Both of you! Not here!
You're lucky, Shulsky.
That's enough, Mr. Rofa.
You'll be looking over your shoulder for the rest of your life.
Let's get your sister to a safe place. I'll call a carriage.
Dun dun dun. He remembers a little bit about his happy childhood. Honestly, I think that's a lie.
I hope I did the right thing. I could have let her keep her flaw, I think.
How did I get here?
Feldman helped me bring
It's
you
a good
here.
flaw.
He just left. He told me to say hello.
That was kind of him. What about the golem?
Now we're safe from the curse of Satanisław. The golem is mine now.
And what about my flaw?
I took it for myself.
So you cheated Ariel Rofa.
He's so sweaty.
Maybe. But this means we can be sure the golem is on our side.
It looks like you tricked him and me for your own purposes because you thought you knew better. And now, we might be back in danger.
Just don't worry about it.
I should let him have it, shouldn't I? I should let him have the golem. Let the baby have his fucking bottle.
darling sister. You...
I don't think...
Ah, fine.
Oh, and you?
The man of...
Yes.
Victor?
Victor was...
To lure the golem, we need your mature flaw.
Am I the bait?
I could have phrased it better. The point is that only you with your flaw can lure the golem here.
Will I lose my flaw in the process?
Well, that's linked with aspirations, chasing something. Ambition, even to an excessive degree. And yes, you will lose it.
Fine. Get that flaw out of me.
I guess that's what I had to do, huh?
May I ask why you don't want to?
Based on what you explained to me about flaws, I consider it an imperfection. And I'm a perfectionist, Victor.
Enough chit-chat. Since everything's ready, let's get to work.
How do you get rid of the...
There... It'll...
Good to know.
By the way,
My father had that effect on me. This writ...
just... I won't...
I'm here.
And aren't you...
Let's be...
Don't...
I'll do...
Something like... Yeah.
Won't it come?
Have more faith... Ready?
Yes.
She has a broken heart.
I take her flaw, you get rid of the golem, and we're quits.
I'm not gonna betray Legia, and
in a
I'm not gonna
moment.
betray Upir, so... Guess this is what we're left with, isn't it?
At this point, yeah.
Mr. Rofa, what?
She'll be fine. It's all over. You're both free.
That.
Thank you. For my sake and Ligia's.
Not a problem. Come on. We gotta take your sister home.
I'll call you a carriage.
Keep the promise you gave to Ariel, Rafi, and give the golem back to him, huh? And that was a golden tint bordered one, which means most people did not do that.
You think that's... It actually judges by how many people have done them?
Yeah.
How did I get here?
If it's
I
less than
wasn't
10, if less
supposed
than
to tell
10%
you,
of
but
people have the achievement, it has a
brought you.
golden border for being rare.
Oh,
Huh. I
was
thought it was
he
just,
saying something?
declared by the developers rather than,
Why are you asking about Rafa?
God, no reason. I was just curious. I've never dealt with his type.
He's pretty handsome, I guess.
Stop.
Now we're safe from the curse of Satanisław. Rafa kept his word and stopped the golem from pursuing us.
So now it's going to serve him.
Bully Brave,
Maybe
Bully
I
Snake.
should have
How
played it
did you two
differently.
get on that topic?
Maybe you should have
Also,
consulted
Evening
me,
Super
huh?
Michael and Derile
It was my
GH.
flaw.
But you agreed to it.
Derile, yeah, we're
I'm
three
kidding.
quarters, maybe
You should have seen my face.
17, 18
And
through
what
the game.
would have happened if you didn't agree to Rafa's conditions?
Besides the golem killing us?
Yes, I'd like to know.
I'll tell you another time. I'm going now.
All right. I'll just stay here a little longer.
Brother of the Year, every year.
Oh, yeah. Dear Miss Shulska, I'm a practical man, and I'm not driven to sentiments. I am driven by profit. Our combined assets united by marriage could bring plentiful benefits to us both. Your money will be able to build my cold meat empire, and you will be able to end that work nonsense.
Oh yeah, cold cut empire. I think we know where the money's at.
Where's the money at?
In the cold cuts.
Oh, yeah.
Hope I did the right thing.
Mr. Shulsky, there's a young lady to see you. I'll serve tea in the drawing room.
I won't stay long. There's no need.
Thank you, Grażynka.
A nice house, a spot of tea, a housekeeper. When the revolution comes, everything here will go up in smoke.
Viva la revolution.
Just say when. I'll place the first torch.
We'll see each other there, then.
Did he say anything?
You know what? He confirmed my belief that Thaumaturges are freaks.
You gained a fork, huh?
Nice! Free fork. It may have been yours ahead of time.
Don't say anything.
Thank you, Vanda.
And now forgive me. I'm going to find some kindling for our next tete-a-tete. Besides,
Oh, he would have tied a
house.
message to the fork. Because he's a Thaumaturge.
Put a fork in it.
Thank you again. You've done me a great favor.
I know. See you.
Will the
Ah,
young
yes,
lady
gracious.
be visiting us more often?
Well, this
That's
is
my
just one of my fork informants. They give me
Oh,
forks every
right.
once in a while. Performance, if you want to call it. If you will.
Performance enhancer, maybe?
Fork trument?
An inconspicuous fork conceals the intention to meet a mysterious doctor.
I don't know.
I
don't know if you
I
can
would
call...
like to be able to read it, though.
I don't know if you can call passing a fork like that as inconspicuous. Like, I don't know about how many people have just
It's
passed you a
inconspicuous in the sense that nobody can actually glean meaning from it except a Thaumaturge.
That is fair.
Hope I made the right choice.
I'm glad you're here. There's something I wish to discuss with you.
You seem excited. Let's hear it then.
I'd like for the Flying University's next meeting to be held here.
What brought on this sudden interest in education in you?
Just
Dick
chilling
Stein
like a
asked for
villain.
my help with a certain matter. He suspects that there might be an Okhrana informer among you.
I told Dick Stein this would happen. And when they arrested that boy, I was sure of it.
You agree then, I take it?
Of course. What do you want to do?
I need you to organize it so as not to arouse anyone's suspicion. I want to gather all the students in one place and discreetly examine them. The Mo won't even know I've exposed them.
We did
Just
it.
say when.
We're
Have we
heroes.
saved this? Have we saved the city yet?
We got 10 subs this stream, I guess, huh?
Really? Wait, what?
I
Let's
guess.
handle this quickly. Do you think
Wow.
you'll be able to assemble everyone now?
Or after
Brass
that goal
Yes,
was
and
added.
you will have a moment to prepare.
Brasscog, thanks
What
for
do
the
you mean?
subscription. You
I
are a
mean, you should
champion.
look inside your wardrobe and pick more suitable attire.
No.
If I come in disguise, someone may begin to, well, suspect something. I thought as much. Let us now look for some things I could talk to the students about.
Dashes carved in the woods mark our growth. On the doorframe, filled with family memories, one can feel someone's momentary hesitation to enter. Someone leaned against the doorframe for a long moment, but eventually gave up. Something else must have caught their interest. Was somebody snooping?
I'm sure it's fine.
Rocking horse, Someone was clearly taken aback at the sight of the horsey in a grown man's room. That someone got spooked by a sudden noise from the next room. Trace familiar, two-faced person.
Dun dun dun.
What do you bet she noticed as I got changed,
Why are you amusing yourself at my expense like this?
I'm sorry, I thought this was my house.
Yes, and I very much like it here.
Not too sussy. Nosy Cecilia was snooping around in Papa's office. Were you also snooping around my
Have you been to other
bedroom?
rooms as well, miss?
What do you mean?
Someone snooped around my bedroom. Are you up to something with a mysterious partner again?
Mr. Shulsky, I resent that. I didn't come into anyone's bedroom. Who do you think I am? I'll wait downstairs. I don't want anyone to misconstrue this situation as inappropriate.
It was
I will
already
also wait by the
extremely.
exit.
It was already extremely inappropriate to begin with.
Let me wait by the exit.
Mask of Veles. Veles looks completely unlike himself. Maybe the artist only had the description of someone who had seen the Salutor to work from. Ligia's playful joy still smolders from within it from the time she jumped me while wearing it and nearly frightened me to death. Old anti-Thaumaturge book, on the manner in which sorcerers harass the people, slandering the Christian faith, and on the measures to be taken. There are many ways by which the evil spirit leads innocent people into temptation, in which sorcerous divination or deviation takes root. Therefore, simple folk should be instructed to seek help with their concerns in monasteries and churches, not from the devil's spawn, as has been happening until now, to the detriment of the Christian faith, and giving rise to more sorcerers. And Theophilus writes thusly, for all authority comes from God, to whom a sword is given for the punishment of the wicked and the defense of the good. And we also believe that Satan's dominion over the people should be ended by all means. Thaumaturges are best bound and burned at the stake. In Ravenna, every sorcerer was disposed of in this manner, which put an end to all of the people's worries. Men started performing their matrimonial duties again, and the wretches who had been turned into beasts regained their previous forms. Cool, A libelous note against Thaumaturges, an inquisitor's wet dream. Father had spent a long time looking for this book before Mother used her contacts to import it for him. The book sparkles with honesty. It must be from the times when they were still speaking to each other.
Dun dun dun.
Yes, sir.
Satinoslav's comb, Thoughts of a thaumaturge gathered in an unassuming object of everyday use. Repulsive. There's a hair left in it. Should I shake it off or not? Studied movements combed through the head of a thinning hair. Father's thoughts flowed uncontrollably. He vacillated between intentions. Should he punish his son? Should he enter the arrangement? Should he send him away? How can he save him? In Father's space, I found several objects that I could safely use during the lecture. Each one merits hours of discussion. I made the right choice. Satanislav's comb.
If there's one thing this game does really well, is it makes all the scenes look way better than I've seen in a lot of these types of games.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It is. And things are it doesn't miss a lot of little things that should be everywhere.
Ligia treats guests to exquisite cognac. The words, "the courtly taste of the bourgeoisie," still cling to the rim of the glass. Someone sipped the beverage, looked at the crowd, and thought contemptuously of those gathered. They were boastful in their cleverness.
How dare they be boastful and clever?
There are many indications that someone intent on hostilities or gathering information is hiding among the students. Ligia and I have also become objects of the imposter's interests. Man, it's almost like this was a bad idea.
No. Impossible.
That is impossible.
Me fail English? And what next? Reading tea leaves? Necromancy? What am I looking for? Maybe I gotta talk to people. Hate it.
Talking. Bleh. What good has that game ever done to you in this game?
Or real life, even.
Oof.
And he walked across the entire town like that, with all that cocoa.
Is she telling embarrassing childhood
And
stories?
here he is.
She is.
I hear you were quite the mischievous youth.
Denied.
Mischievous youth.
Escape.
I'm afraid the list of my offenses might be too long. Grażynka, should I be worried?
Why, of course not. No, we were just discussing childhood mischief and the Coco incident.
Yes, I can't deny that one.
Do you have other interests than Coco and Thaumaturge? Travel? Cards?
Admit you're most intrigued by nosy people,
I'm sure Grażynka will tell you everything.
All your secrets are safe with me, young master.
In that case, I won't keep you any longer. See you in the lecture.
That was very stilted,
A little bit.
He's just trying to find out more about his students before he has to
See
teach them.
you in the lecture,
Wink.
And now this place on top of everything. Someday it will be enough to stick one
Wink,
foot out
wink,
the door
nudge,
to
nudge.
get
Say
locked
no
up.
more. Say no more.
And we all know who will get us locked up.
Hello.
It's our professor for the day. Hello, sir.
Is that so?
Who was this vigorous discussion about then? About Polina Nikolaevna?
Indeed. It's probably our little Russian girl who's making all this trouble for us. I don't know why Dickstein doesn't see that.
To me, it's obvious that she's the snitch.
Oh yeah, you sound like a guy who's
It's the Russian girl.
Hey, as long as you accuse enough people, eventually you'll win. I learned this by playing Among Us. Eventually figure it out.
Should I gotta, right? Like I gotta.
Yeah.
My mother is Russian.
That makes sense.
Does that mean I'm only half traitor?
Well, no. We didn't mean it
Oh,
like that.
are you uncomfortable now? I'm sorry.
It means you're full
Why are you
traitor,
not
Newt. You
suspicious
have
of your
to
friend
obviously
who
be
was
full
arrested?
traitor. There's no half
His father
traitor.
fought in the uprising. He wouldn't snitch.
Yeah, my mother's Russian, so I might.
Place of birth is
Don't be
hardly
rushing it.
enough to determine whether someone is a traitor and a snitch. Wouldn't you agree?
And someone with your skills should already know everything. Wouldn't you agree?
No, because that's
Oh,
not how it
Doctor.
works.
Have a nice lecture.
Break a leg.
Break a leg. The students don't trust Polina. They suspect she's working with the Ruskies. Who else can I bother?
When it turns out it was me the whole time. Dun dun dun.
Oops, all treachery. That is a lot of autosaves.
It is.
Alright, I guess we're locked in here to having taken... let him take the golem.
Hello.
Mr. Shulsky, one friendly face in a crowd. You are giving today's lecture, right?
You seem troubled, miss. Is everything all right?
Besides the finger pointing and backbiting, you mean? Quite all right, yes. Quite.
I bet you if you repeat it often enough, we'll start believing you.
You do realize
Once or
that
twice.
your ancestry doesn't make you popular with the students?
It's hard not to feel it. They don't exactly hide their dislike.
I think I can sympathize. I'm half Russian, but I'm also a Thaumaturge.
How do you cope with it?
Oh, I have
Try
money.
not to think about it. With varying degrees of success.
Can thaumaturges read minds?
Polina
Actually, isn't it your
agonizes-
sister who has the money?
Okay, yeah, actually. Polina agonizes over hurtful accusations. Isn't sincere, though?
Indeed.
Yes, well, I'm waiting.
Please excuse me, I'll take my leave. I hope you enjoy today's lecture, miss.
Увидимся.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm happy to see you, Mr. Shulsky. I'm sure the lecture will be a success.
On merit, perhaps. However, if I were you, I would make myself
I already
more
did,
presentable.
though! Legia will remember this, but...
Maybe it's a pun on her having a really bad short-term memory.
Did she maybe... Oh, that was the wrong button. It's okay, it's fine, everything's good, everything...
Just be a little louder about the panic.
Just
be a
no
little louder
panic,
about the
no
panic.
panic.
Yeah. As long as we don't have any heretics in the room, we'll be fine. Just nobody be a heretic, because if all of a sudden we become heretics, then heresy abounds.
I'm gonna go give myself a fucking haircut, I guess, because apparently this wasn't good enough.
You got it. I believe in you.
Yeah.
I got changed. There, try telling me I'm not I didn't dress up now. Jesus. And you know what? I suppose I'll just take a nap, huh?
Sounds like a plan.
Guess I can't gussy up anywhere.
Hello.
I'm happy to...
Unmarried, perhaps. However, if I were you, I would make myself more presentable.
Hang on.
I think she's just not very nice.
Yes, but then why did it say she'll remember that, huh?
I don't know.
Oh well.
You will remember this.
Hang on. Talk to Ligia. Notice someone was here. Unexpected guest. Dance like call. Blah blah blah. That's like shit. Kaczynska. Weird, but okay.
I would never expect to see such crowds in this house.
That's true. A nice change.
The students will not miss such an opportunity. It's not every day that one gets to listen to a Thaumaturge.
Regarding the lecture...
Can we start?
I think we can begin.
I trust that you have planned everything well.
I'll take care of everything. Have a pleasant lecture.
Samuel, I assure you, you will not be disappointed.
I'm certain that this will be an exceptional meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment I know many of you have been anxiously awaiting has finally arrived. Owing to the courtesy of both hosts of today's meeting, we have a unique opportunity to touch the knowledge from the borderline between science and magic. Wiktor Szulski, if you would.
I believe in Victor.
I would like to tell you more about the purpose of the items I have prepared for today.
I think we all know what a comb is used for.
Looking at you, a person could have doubts.
Oh!
That's rich.
I think we should start with what you think
Someone's feeling spicy.
Here, we have 3 apparently ordinary items. However, there's more to each of them than you might think. This mask was made more than 1,000 years ago. My father brought it from Africa in '89. However, you can see that the deity it depicts has many similarities to the Slavic salutor, Veles.
Are you saying that people can see salutars?
I think he's implying that salutors have existed for a long time.
Supposedly, people who are very sensitive, spiritual, or well inebriated
Once or
can
twice.
experience the presence of a salutar, as long as one is around.
Well, the lecture is over. Let's go to the London bar and summon some demons.
Where do salutars come from?
Don't let them know that you don't know. Make something up, huh?
No one knows. This particular question remains unanswered.
How convenient.
We know that these beings have always been with us, just like the people who were granted the power. We coexist, but we do not know what rules govern this coexistence. Let us move on to the other items.
I'm losing them.
On my father's comb, apart from the dandruff,
Disgusting.
there's also a memory which I can easily read. This particular one concerns father's frustration caused by his developing baldness.
And do we have any influence on what exactly will remain on the item?
Thaumaturges freely communicate intentions this way. Secrets, messages, and so on.
Practical.
Let us not get ahead of the facts. I will cover it more extensively in a moment.
In that case, do you also talk to the dead?
Should I?
I can let you talk to the dead. All you need to do is die.
No one can talk to the
Blah.
dead. If they claim otherwise, they're after your money. Contact with the salutars is enough for me. Let us move on.
I would like to remind you that time is... Can we see a practical demonstration?
This book was written in 1666. It was published solely to provoke a fear of thaumaturges. In the Middle Ages, people like me were burned at the stake and condemned for heresy.
Judging from the new Governor General, history is about to repeat itself.
The things that Scowan is saying, they're becoming scary.
Fear never helps with anything. If worst comes to worst, you will have to oppose it.
Sure.
Can't you use the power to make someone change their mind? Their way of thinking?
With the help of the salutars, I can bend people to my will. But the effect never lasts long, and not every one of these people has potential. That's enough theory. Let's move on to the practical part now. Can you help me with a small experiment, miss?
With pleasure.
You too, miss. I'd like to ask both of you ladies for a coin. A kopieka will do, and I promise to give it back. Excellent. By touch alone, I am now able to uncover the secrets that Miss Polina is hiding from all of us.
This is starting to get interesting.
Let's see.
From the first touch, it's easy to feel Polina's grief gushing over the coin. It's mixed with the fear of whether the kopeck will find its way back to her. She acquired it with difficulty, winning it from card sharps and Miro. Dickstein's teachings have found practical application. Nice, she's a card counter. Polina is not the acronymal at the Flying University. She's sincerely committed to the university and to the bridge tournament she often wins.
A Thaumaturge can gain profound knowledge of a person from any object that belonged to them, however mundane it might be. Let's see.
Cecilia's coin. A Russian coin, at that. Even in this piece of metal of negligible value, I can clearly feel the excitement caused by my choice of Cecilia for my experiment. There are sounds of a service from the nearby Orthodox church coming in through the window. Fingers keep turning a coin as thoughts stray inquiringly. Is Thaumaturge dear to God? She's not in it. She didn't do it either. My doubts about the intentions of the young miss and her potential feelings have been faced with brutal reality. Cecilia is interested in thaumaturgy and only thaumaturgy, not thaumaturgists, no matter how handsome and witty they are.
The truth can be surprising.
Thaumaturgist?
Well, enlighten us already.
It's prudent that I ask if you consent to me sharing your secrets.
I don't have anything to hide.
That's unusually thoughtful.
It's not true that you've nothing to hide, Myth.
You bet.
I don't think you've told anyone present here why you are so motivated to learn at the Flying University. It's because the Flying University is just the start for you. You have very ambitious plans and you dream about going to the Sorbonne, where you intend to pursue a career as a scientist.
A beautiful secret.
That's right.
Let us focus on you then, Miss Cecilia.
Please go ahead.
Earlier, you were turning this small coin in your hand, listening to an Orthodox church service, and having intense thoughts about God's opinion on thaumaturgy.
That's right. What is your opinion on the subject?
I'm no expert when it comes to God, but if it is true that he created us all in his image, then I suppose I'm in no danger of being struck
I've been
down
saying
by
that for
lightning.
so fucking long.
Thank you, sir.
One more thing. You promised to explain something to us during the practical section. That section is now, right?
What I've just presented to you is the thaumaturge's skill of perception, which means reading that which is hidden. However, in order for perception to be useful, something must first be inscribed in an item.
Right.
And if someone doesn't have the power, but focuses on the message, will they be able to inscribe what they want?
Well, it doesn't hurt to keep trying, right?
Fascinating.
Thank you for this truly enlightening lesson. At the same time, it pains me to say that it's time to
We didn't
end it.
find out who did the thing,
Do you
though.
have to end it now?
I have to be mindful of safety, not only of the students, but also of our hosts. Return safely and forget that you were here. Can I have a
I'd
word
do that
with you,
again.
Mr. Shulsky? Please indulge me.
I feel someone might stick around.
Thank you, and congratulations on an
around.
amazing lecture. And about our issue?
Lie.
Mr. President, but above all, Mr. Shulsky, what a wonderful experience. I will never forget it.
I'm glad.
I can't wait
Tips
for
are
our next
customary.
meeting. Goodbye.
Come back safe, Jeswaf. Getting back to my question.
Oh, I more meant it in the
It's not
stealing
her.
his thoughts idea,
I'm
not
sure.
getting paid.
That's good. It's a great relief. And you got it from the Kopieka. What kind of magic is this?
The traces people leave on objects allow me to read their intentions, and even their innermost thoughts. I'm grossly simplifying, of course. This is a topic that deserves its own lecture.
Maybe it does.
Although the joy is spoiled by one fact that I must share with you.
Is it him?
Should I be
Did he
nervous?
do it?
I'm afraid so. Someone in the merry gathering of students has bad intentions. To put it bluntly, someone here wants to betray you.
So it's true.
Dun dun
then.
dun.
Do you know who this is?
Not yet, unfortunately. So I advise you to be very careful.
I don't think he can be any more careful than he already is.
Thank you. I will not endanger you any longer. Until our next meeting, I hope.
Certainly. Have a
The
good night,
traitor
someone.
is you this whole time.
I just feel
Have a good night, Samuel.
Be serious.
Have a good night, Samuel. I'm surprised that didn't cost me a relationship.
It could have.
Where is Grajinska? What do you bet they have their fingers all over my shit up here?
They better not.
Alright, this is probably a good time for a second break, if everybody's okay with that.
This sounds like a plan.
Alright, we're gonna take 5, folks.
So I think everybody knows what time it is.
Adventure time.
And time for adventure stories with Chris from the greenhouse. So, what am I going to talk about today? Well, so I've got a few stories this time, but I want to start with, let's see here. Just going to think here. Well, so we've been getting a lot of rain where I'm, like a lot of rain, like a ridiculous amount of rain. And so what have we had to do about it? Well, we couldn't be doing too much. But yesterday, to put it in perspective, we usually have to haul between 15 to 20,000 liters of water. No, sorry, 15 to $20,000 of water have to get hauled to us every month or so. This year we've had to haul maybe $600 since April, like 2 or 3 loads. And the reason for that is times like yesterday, where between the hours of 10:30 and 10 and 10:30 a.m., we ended up getting 2.5 inches of rain. So I work at a greenhouse, which is mostly outdoors, and well, we keep most of our stuff outside, where it's nice and wet. And yeah, that was not a good time. And of course, this is the exact same time where people decided, oh, it would be a great idea to buy $700 trees. So we're out there. Like I just want to make it clear, I couldn't see 7, maybe 10 feet. The rain was coming down that heavily, and people were like, "Oh, it's a great idea. Let's go out there and buy trees." We had one of our clients. This is a fairly down to earth contractor. Kind of, I'd say he's on the lower end of being able to afford things. Like he does a lot of annual work, not even full landscaping. And he ended up wanting to buy, 600 of our cheapest petunias. They're already almost out of season. These are 4-packs. It cost him like $500.
We just got a thunderstorm warning.
Yeah. And so, as soon as his man picked these up, that's when that rain hit, and I'm pretty sure every single one of them didn't make it out of the parking lot. Because this rain went from 0 to 120% in like 2 seconds.
When I visited my partner's, I had the vain idea that I was going to play with my VR headset, but he's on the Mississippi, so as soon as I went in the basement, as soon as I put it on, it started dripping. So no VR headset.
Oof.
Yeah. He's like between the Mississippi and the Missouri River.
Is your VR headset okay?
Oh, VR headset's fine. I just it's fine because I admitted defeat and didn't try to keep playing it when it was dripping.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, during that rainstorm, someone bought a 20-gallon silver maple that was about 20 feet tall, and someone else bought a 20-gallon ivory silk tree, which was about 18 feet tall. Which it was really fun to wrap those up with saran wrap for them to take home.
In the rain?
Oh, yeah.
And you just know they just left it on their porch and are going to deal with it tomorrow.
Today, that is, but yeah. Even though the water table is all of 30 millimeters below the surface. If that. Oh yeah, no, this storm, when I was watching the Raider Sepulus, the Raider map was clear. A little red dot appeared right over our business, and then disappeared instantly. I'm just like,
fuck you,
are you for real? Who decided to come down and shit on us? But they did. They do.
I'm gonna sit in this guy's chair. Take a nap.
It's a free chair.
It's Santa.
Assalamu alaikum.
It's Rabbi Santa.
Not a rabbi.
Rabbi.
Are you out of your fucking mind? What? He just gave an Islamic greeting saying peace be upon you, and if I want to, I can say praise Jesus. Oh, but my pride is too high to say assalamu alaikum.
Welcome. I'm not.
I wonder if your pride can be too high to not say praise Jesus.
Usually, they go charging straight into my head.
That's not very polite in my view. One ought to introduce oneself first. Emir Bernakovich Fulge. Are you alone?
I've taken care of them.
Good. Thank you for the onion.
Thank you for the fork.
It's impossible to ignore an invitation magically inscribed on an onion.
Yeah, I'll agree to that.
How can I help you?
What is a Faude?
That's what we Tatars call Thaumaturges. I'm a healer, a fortune teller, and a doctor. Is something ailing you?
I'm looking for the Black Grimoire. After my father died, it went missing.
What
Praise
do you need another
Jesus.
spell book for?
Ugh, I'm too proud.
I want the knowledge.
I gotta dial back on the proud answers.
You're inexhaustible, like him.
Get to the point.
As you wish. Enough beating around the bush.
Goblin.
In this place, we can talk openly and take all the time we need. But mind that lying may cost
could be
you
a G.
dearly. Who told you I
believe
have
that.
the Black Grimoire?
The person who drew you to my attention was Ivan Konieczkin.
As I thought.
I don't have any
Chief
reason to
had been
lie to
circling
this guy.
Stanisław for a long time and was interested in his associates.
Other than he has your Black Grimoire.
The Grimoire. My patience is running short. Suffolk is dead. You're the only one left. Give the grimoire back. This is the last time I'm asking.
Stanislav used to tell me you were really sick and nearly lost your mind. How did you manage to get through all that?
Be honest.
Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin cured me.
How?
As far as I can tell, he used hypnosis on me, and he still peeks into my head from time to time.
Do you trust him?
He hasn't betrayed my trust so far.
Is Rasputin a thaumaturge?
I don't think so. I'd have noticed that.
Do you know any other thaumaturges from Warsaw?
I still have no reason to lie to him, huh?
That's enough.
Just funsies, mostly.
I don't have the Black Grimoire, and I've never had it.
I'm guessing he knows where it is, though.
You've got enormous potential, but you're not yet reaching it.
Is speaking the truth not in such demand anymore?
I'm not looking for an honest thaumaturge, just a powerful one.
Did he want me to block him? I have to, right? Oh my god, it lagged. The gang's all here.
Let's go for it, boys.
Look at that. I might have underestimated you. Before we part, permit me to make a certain proposal.
That's gonna be my last prideful thing in a while.
I want to rebuild the coterie with your participation.
Why do you want to resurrect it?
I'll tell you why you want this. Because there are ways of strengthening the potential of one thaumaturge using the potential of many. You'll soon learn. I
Oh, that
trust
sounds
now
awful.
You're intrigued.
Depends,
It sounds tempting. I'll think it over.
Are you going to tell me it wouldn't be a blood
That's enough
sacrifice?
for me. For the
I'm not
time
going to
being.
turn people into a
Take my
grinder
advice.
to get money.
When
I'm
you
not
leave
Yuri.
Here, go to the one who healed you. I sense he has many secrets.
We all do, don't we?
Yes, but his secrets might be dangerous and might thwart your plans. Be careful.
I play it straight. I'm a whale biologist. Rasputin. I should go around and look for quests just to be safe. You know, there's... Yep, told ya. You know, there's some historians that think that the Upir is the same person as the Opir that carved That's one of the most famous rune masters in Scandinavia and carved some of the most famous runestones. Nifty fact. They both existed about the turn of the millennium.
You appear to be waiting for me.
Isn't that student?
Indeed, Mr. Shulsky. Do you remember me? Czesław, I attended your lecture. Can I take a moment of your time? It's urgent.
Coming to me in good faith is a good sign.
What's the matter? Is something bothering you?
More than one thing, actually. I can't sleep. I'm afraid to walk alone in the city. I feel that I'm being watched.
Did somebody just become bait?
Maybe you should consult a doctor about this before turning to a Thaumaturge.
It's them! They're here!
Oh. Oh my god, they have a saying at the port, better to catch a blowfish than the blow to the face. That was some interesting timing.
Do you think they'll keep us here long? Do you at least know where we are?
I've lost my passport, my grimoire, and my gun.
I've got a splitting headache.
And
they took
15
the
cc's of blood.
Do you believe me now?
This guy, okay, there's gotta be a logical explanation for this, buddy. Calm down, huh?
Ever since I came back, I've been finding myself in situations like this quite often. It can't be good for my head.
Just like the Roman he predicted.
Has more serious concerns right now. I'm afraid they won't let us go so easily, if at all.
Who are these people?
I don't know. I fear they're with the Ochrana. I told you, they've been following.
I swear to God, if this guy just has an opium debt,
Now is a good time for you to explain this situation to me.
I think they're after the Flying University and Dickstein. It was probably them that arrested Valdemar. And now they've been following me as well.
I'll take a look around here.
thankfully I can still do the snappy.
Yahoo!
For me, no thank you. The chair is wobbling, permeated with sudden concern. What do they really know about these magicians? If they take away his book, is he going to be like any other fellow? Should they tie him up, gag him, make a salt circle? Who knows? Oh no, that means I have to yell even louder! Hammers! Pliers! File! There are the words of a heated debate strolling among the tools. On one hand, the chief won't stand for any disobedience. If this goes south, he'll rip them apart. On the other hand, he values initiative, so if they can pull it off, they might even get promoted. Just do what the boss says if you're that afraid of him. If you're that afraid of the boss, do what he says, because that gives you the best chance of not getting shot. Samovar, I wouldn't mind some tea. During a tea break, they came up with a plan. They cannot kill or beat up the magician, so they need to hold him. The other one wants to skin him alive, too, so if they do it first, they might as well hang themselves with their own shoelaces. That's why they need to make him think he's going to die.
Seems legit.
So the Ochrana gentlemen act behind Konechkin's back. The chief won't be pleased if he finds out about their disobedience, and if anything happens to me, he'll be furious. Their best bet is to bluff. Alright, then let me call it. I'ma just walk out, Hey! I gotta go take a shit, Let me out, I gotta go take a shit,
It's time to leave. I mean, there's not many social situations that can't be escaped by just saying, I understand.
That reminds me of what Dimitri Martin's saying. If somebody asks you if you're ticklish, it doesn't matter if you say yes or no. They're gonna tickle you. What you need to say is, I have diarrhea, and if you tickle me, it's gonna come out,
I mean, that's true.
I've discovered a few things. We'll see which of them prove to be useful.
How about a smoke?
I wish.
They didn't take them from you?
Luckily, no. They're imported, the good stuff. They have a distinct courtly tastes of the bourgeois.
I'll take
I've
one.
heard that somewhere already.
It's a popular saying.
He's the spy.
Convict's last meal. Want one?
He's like Harry at the spot.
What is it that you want from the Flying University?
Being a diligent student is not my thing. I simply heard that is where fancy girls go. You understand, right? Cigarette?
I'll have one of those.
I guess. Oh yeah, right, I just got his fucking trace from it. That's smart, I didn't even think of that.
Nice.
Cheap and nasty. It was the sort of trace familiar. The cigarette is soaked with contempt. Contempt for the privileged brats who think they can do more. For the rich who sponge off hardworking people. For all things bourgeois. Trace familiar. Two-faced person,
Bourgeois.
I know this trace. I felt it during the lecture, and I already knew I didn't like its owner. I can see Cheslov has become a master of a studied smile, but he cannot deceive me. He snitches to the Ochrana and tries to play with me, but it's not easy to fool a Thaumaturge.
Interesting.
What is?
Or is it?
I think you'll find out soon.
That was funny.
Mr. Shulsky has come to already? Good. We want to ask you some questions, and we're not in any kind of rush.
But first, this one. How about it, Chasewolf? Where should we start? Feet, nails, or knees?
Oh no, don't hurt
Gentlemen, I beg
Cheslaw.
you. I don't know anything. This is some sort of mistake.
So this is all a ruse and he's working with them.
We know about Dickstein and the students. We even know about the Shulsky family home.
Oh no.
We're catching you one by one as we speak.
Do you prefer the hammer or the pliers?
I don't know anything.
Let's see if they'll
swear.
beat this guy up to
Mr.
get
Shulsky?
information out of me.
Go with the pliers. Nails will grow back, and it's better to pull out aching teeth earlier anyway.
What?
What?
I could fucking do that?
Give it a rest. You don't
Such
make
an
for good
awful human
comedians.
being at this point.
I know that Cheslov is a spy.
What?
But this choice between a hammer and pliers, that's really good. It plays on the imagination. But Cheslov is no Hamlet, though he'd make a good Rosencrantz. Or a good Ophelia. Let me tell you how this is going to end.
Isn't that the crazy one and the
You'll
stupid
give me
one?
my grimoire back, and then let me out of here. And if you don't, I'll make you tear off each other's faces.
You heard Mr. Shulsky, you ass-faced pillock. Piss off out of here and get the grimoire.
Oh, I want them
You
to
know
give him the
how it is.
clamps.
It's part of the job.
Can I fight him anyway?
You'd better tell me, whose doors are your men knocking on?
Samuel Dickstein, Cecilia Gurska, Paulina Gavrilova.
Don't say it.
That's enough.
Here, Mr. Shulsky.
Thought there was a league, yeah.
Book.
Should I fight them all?
Hell
if it
yeah.
gives me the option?
That makes sense.
I just can't do it. I'm gonna
Don't
end up
get in my
locking
way.
myself out of a good ending, I think.
They
That
never
is
learn.
fair.
I don't know anything about fancy penis law.
Oh.
But first, I'll take a nap on a bench, huh? Oh, I hope I get to fight. I'm not gonna lie, they gave me my revolver back. I wouldn't be, they wouldn't be walking out of there. They know too much. Where's Ligia? Ligia! Okay, good. That's weird. I thought it was that sketchy dude for sure. You know the one.
It's so good that you're here.
Yeah, the sketchy dude.
The sketchy dude at the lecture.
Soldiers came for me today. I managed to escape and came straight here. Arrests have started and I'm certain they want to close the Flying University. I have to warn whoever I can.
Maybe I shouldn't have checked on the people I knew were safe.
We must hold a meeting
first.
at the antiquarian bookshop.
I know about everything already from the Ochrana. Czesław turned out to be their snitch.
But the arrests don't stop. We have to do something.
I'll reach out to Dickstein.
Excellent. And Paulina? She's probably playing at this bridge club of hers. It's right next door to the entrance to Dickstein's apartment.
The gambling den?
All right. I'll go get her.
That
Let's
sounds
not
about right.
waste time. I'll run to Lucrezia first. The two of us will notify the rest.
We are counting on you, Victor.
If there's a time limit, I'm gonna shit my pants.
Risk we're willing to take.
Everybody's got to do it sometime.
Looking for some hookers or going home?
Why not both?
I agree. You think I'll get to fight? I hope so. What do you say we check on our favorite rabbi, though?
Hell yeah. See what's up with that, yeah?
I like Rabbi Feldman. He seems like a solid enough dude, Good humor. Many mitzvahs and all that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still in awe of that response I could have given to that Muslim guy. As soon as I met him, like, who does that, huh? I mean, technically it's a secular greeting. It just means peace be upon you.
That's true. It's not.
Well, actually, it is God's peace be upon you. Never mind. But still, it's still a nice thing, and it's a rude way to answer that, huh? I wonder where Feldman's at, huh?
Only real one way to find out. Follow the trail of blood.
That's a very interesting pot over there that guy was checking out.
Another one.
What's going on here? Why is there no passage?
Man, on one side, there are the Ruskies that want to come in and batter people, and on the other side, there's me not wanting to let them in. And seeing as there are more of us this time, it won't be so easy for them.
Yeah!
I repeat, get out of the way and no one will be harmed.
That's a lie. Our lie detector determined that was a lie.
Lying dogs, haven't you had enough this year? Do you intend to drag people out of their homes and beat them in the streets again?
Or shoot them?
Sounds like an
What
option.
side of the barricade are you gonna be on?
I'll start a fight. Why not? Immediately rush to the at the soldiers.
Is there perhaps a chance that you will help me pass in such a way as not to draw the Ruskies' attention?
No.
And who are you supposed to be? A provocateur, probably? And with a magical book, no less.
I guess I gotta rush
Forget
this
about
through.
it.
Magical book provocateur.
I don't have time. Whoever wants to join in, let them.
Gentlemen, I think the Jews have found themselves an ally.
Oh, they have.
What I'd like to give them is a beating. Come on, Mr. Magician.
There's gonna be many mitzvahs, for us. Less so for these guys, Ooh, these are tough guys,
Time to give them what for. And howdy do.
I'm about to give them what 5, my friend.
And a little bit of that. Yeah, yeah.
Jesus, he is gonna fucking rush me.
Well, you're actually up against trained people now instead of just, a random nobodies.
Protects you against states. What was even that? Oh, he didn't mark me because I hit him. Never mind. Velas and Krampus are my least favorite. Yeah, do 10 damage, why not? Oh, and that was the next one to attack, too. Nice. That sure is a noise that Krampus makes, isn't it?
He's just got a little bit of that pneumonia going on. He just needs some heavy breathing. That heavy breathing. Good.
Oh, I'll take it. Oh, I'm giving them fists. Catch these hands. Yes, those Mosin Nagant rounds are very distracting indeed.
All you gotta do is just walk them off. Walk them off. It's not like they hurt that much, right?
Walk it off, it's fine, huh? Am I the only guy using real bullets in this entire empire?
Well, to be fair, it is the, think of their economy, my friend. They might only be able to afford the fake bullet.
Now, where was I? Call me a provocateur. I'm your friend. I'm your friend.
His friend.
I'm your little buddy. I'm your little Gentile buddy.
It doesn't matter. You must warn the students immediately. Arrests have started. Chesov gave up everyone.
What? I don't have time to warn anyone. Did you see what's happening in
Pick
front of
one
the
and pass
house?
it on.
They'll
That's
be
the
coming
best
for
you can
me
do in
soon.
this situation.
I have to run myself. I'm sorry.
I can't do it,
Just don't pick your nose.
What will happen to the students?
They all knew the risk they were signing up for. We agreed that in a situation like this, everyone would look after themselves.
Which makes it that much more noble when you're about to go take care of them,
I make no
Quote,
secret
unquote,
of the
take
fact that I
care of
myself risked a lot when I allowed the lecture to take place in my house. You are indebted to me.
I'm very sorry.
Hey, he's gonna feel that one.
Ligia is sure to be made disconsolate by your decision.
You'll
And
feel
what
that in the
about the
morning.
university? Future Polish intelligentsia, educating the young elites of the Republic of Poland. You leave everything because of a few soldiers in the backyard?
All right. You're right. I'll bring everyone I can to the antiquarian bookshop.
Thank God I didn't have to give the pride answer.
Paulina should be sitting next door at the bridge club. Could you...
I'll find her. Cecilia found me. Ligia took care of her.
That's good news.
I'll see you at the antiquarian bookshop.
Also, I'm gonna go invade your privacy real quick, Oh, this was the office I couldn't get in earlier. Nothing fun. Yeah, flee to Germany. Surely that won't end poorly.
What could go wrong?
Surely the war won't reach Germany.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, you guys are gonna want to clear out. Someone is drunk enough to sink a battleship. Alongside the smell of vodka is the scent of anxiety and uncertainty. Is it now? The operation will fail if they arrest the girl too early or too late. Konechkin always says that for an Ochrana agent, timing is everything. But how to learn it? Vodka will help. It always helps. Excuse me? Half a thought lies beside the cards, never finished and as sad as the life prematurely ended. She didn't notice them, she focused on the game and forgot the whole world, and now she will pay for it. Will someone help her? No, please don't. Okay, somebody got attacked, or she got attacked in here. Action came quicker than any sensible thought. Maybe the know-it-all friend was annoying and cocky, but she was her card-playing friend. This is sacred. It obliges. So a fight, gentlemen. A brawl. I'm late. Paulina was here, but the Ochrana agents came to arrest her in the middle of the game. Her playing partners tried to defend her, but without success. The girl was taken, and I don't even want to think what will happen to her. I should have grabbed her. I wonder if that's an option. Give me 3 seconds, fellas. I'll be right back.
1, 2, 3.
I think he wants a 3 more than that.
Oh.
But it's close.
1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3.
So anything interesting happened to you this week, Wolf?
Yes.
Do you want to talk about it or not?
No, not
All right.
really.
Fair enough. Well, time again for another Stories with Chris. So this time I actually remembered my story. So on Thursday, my boss invited me and her daughter to a horticultural society meeting, and I was cool, free supper. And so okay, we go to this meeting. I am easily the youngest person there by 7
I was
years.
right. Look at that. Look, I can save her.
Well done.
What? Okay, when 11-bit Studios makes you feel terrible about something, it's usually a sign that you could have done something different.
It's not wrong.
Oh, speaking of, Frostpunk's delayed till September. Don't blame me. I didn't do anything. I didn't even fulfill the I didn't even fill out the feedback, which is what caused the delay.
Wieszak is about to draw for a straight.
Didn't they release another game too?
Like
a city builder?
That is
It's
Frostpunk.
urgent, and I don't.
No, like not a city
explain
builder,
it
but
in
like
front
it's
of
like a
everyone.
base builder.
Please.
I'm not sure.
Like that giant wheel
Fine.
game.
Let's go.
Maybe they're a publisher and a developer, so it's hard to tell.
Hey there, TK. How's it going?
I must immediately take the young miss away from here on a very delicate matter of a private nature.
And I don't give a fuck. No one leaves here until we finish.
Fight.
A
Fight.
deal is
Fight.
a deal.
The lady is leaving.
Holy
With
fight
us, Danielle.
I saved her.
Fuck you horse-spawned rusky milksop. Get the fuck out of the bridge club if you can't play culturally with people. Get lost, the lot of ya.
Fight. Fight. Fight.
I think those have been hit and fight.
Did you hear what Mr. Vieswap said?
You can call me Vieshik.
Aww.
There's a place we're supposed to meet in case of trouble like this. The
Say it out loud. The Akrana's right fucking there.
It's called being subtle, my friend. As long as you stay in the crowd. Remember, it's actually really hard to overhear things in crowded rooms. They're pretty good at hiding conversations.
He's gonna shake me no matter what,
Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake.
I love my Lilac. He's my best friend. Lilac and Krampus, we boys until something, whatever.
Sounds like a plan.
They're my ride or die. He's holding it like it has a fucking pistol grip, huh? I think I might be the best person at combat in this game in the history of ever. Not to brag, At the very minimum, I'm good at it,
Just a minor brag.
Let's do it again!
One might say even live, if you will.
Hungry for gold. I have indeed, and I'm gonna. If that was a trade, I'm still gonna pick her because the professor is a bit of a coward. Are you guys accepting of this decision that I let the professor get captured and saved her? You tried to cover his tracks. These pages can't be read. Resignation clings to the bits of ash. The university was a beautiful dream. It allowed him to live in a small personal heaven, but reality came to get him. Every burnt letter, essay, and note is like a sentence. He will burn them to protect others. He owes them that much. So, I think this is what made the most people get out, because I think he fled. Whereas she got captured, so I'm okay with this. He was a bit of a coward, but I didn't want him to get captured. Wanted him to buck up. He spilled tea and didn't clean it. That's unlike Dickstein. The tea oh, he could have headed to the, oh no, but he was gonna flee to Vienna unless I convinced him. I'm rambling, The tea soaked into the tablecloth as panic seeped into his heart. He cannot stay here any longer. They'll find him and kill him. Not quickly and mercifully. It'll be long and agonizing. And what for? For whom? He has reasons to live. All he needs to do is get up and pack his suitcase right now, and that's another good point. He has a wife. I guess I can forgive that. Cuckoo clock, standing still. While some people have clocks, others have time. A gloomy thought is dangling from the motionless hands. His grandfather bought this clock right after he arrived in this town. The family treasure, winded and cherished, will now stop. The Dickstein story in Warsaw comes to an end. Maybe he can get a similar one in Vienna. Dickstein is gone. His fear outweighed his remorse, and the cherished professor decided to leave his students in a moment of the ultimate test. I won't judge him. However, he settles in Vienna. He will never forget what he did.
He will never forget.
Good enough, I guess. It's the best we could do. Everybody made it out. Śródmieści. I want to be the king of the Thaumaturge. Where is that guy? He hasn't appeared in like 5 streams.
I don't know. Maybe you just knocked him super unconscious.
I want to meet. I want to see his new salutors. Remember, they were just guys.
Mm-hmm.
Is there other members that I'm forgetting? Because I feel like there's something that I'm forgetting to go investigate. But oh well.
Investigations.
I forget. Does my uncle work for the Akrana, or does he just work for the police? I think the police.
I'm pretty sure it's just the police, because he's just scared of the Krana.
Yeah, so he can't do anything to help me, eh?
No.
What does pissing in a sink have to do with operating,
Everything.
I think I lost my way to the library. Yes, but please explain. Hey, it's that fat Betty. I remember her. President Dickstein left. He's gone, He's gone.
You've made it.
Yes, and I'm glad you've made it as well. Thank you for helping me at the bridge club.
Say hi to Wiesiek for me next time you have the chance.
I will do just that.
Hey, somebody got a stuffed taper.
It's time for me to go. Let's hear what Cecilia has to tell us.
Looks like this is the end of
I wonder what I was supposed to do differently.
We'll see about that. No one knows what the future will
Oh, maybe that's locked because maybe that's the path for saving Dickstein, and this is the path for saving Cecilia. So I figure,
Possibly.
so maybe one would always be blocked.
I think we should get started now.
But the president is not here
One of the
yet.
sweetest gifts my
So
partner
Moore
ever
won't be
gave me
joining
was
us.
a
He
little
should already be on his
stitch
way to
from Lilo
Vienna.
and Stitch.
Without saying a word.
Nice.
That is
I
nice.
didn't think he would do something like that. He'd leave us just like that.
It doesn't really matter.
Sad
right now.
face.
Then what should we do now?
What do you think, sister?
She should take
You
charge.
should rather ask Cecilia, brother.
Yes, we must wait, true, but never give up. Only
Never
then will
surrender.
the sacrifice of those who are arrested not be in vain. We simply cannot give up.
They should keep going, shouldn't they? It's a noble cause, huh?
Good luck. I hope your will to fight will burn for a long time. However, I'm afraid we're pressured for time.
Yes, let's not tempt fate anymore.
Without you, we
At
won't
least
be
too
here.
noble.
It's not over yet, so until the next time.
Gods of Adania. Get involved in the Flying University and see how it ends. Dickstein abandoned us. He simply ran away. I'm not sure I'll come back as long as she's here.
Subtle. I like it.
She's a racist, huh?
She might have a racing car, yeah.
Go, speed
Heyo.
racist, go! I still don't like Rasputin. His smug aura mocks me.
I mean, that is fair.
No quest. Praga. No quest. I should visit Father's, mausoleum. Literally nothing has happened in there. I feel like something has to happen at some point, right?
I think we may have accidentally screwed that one up, though.
Oh, yeah, because we said we'd pay respects later.
And we just never came back.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I went back 3 fucking times. I think that's the cemetery he's buried at. Don't quote me on that. Shulsky family mausoleum. That would be the one. Remember Rasputin creeped out that housekeeper so much that she fucking quit?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like him. Because I know what he's gonna do. He's a charlatan.
Mr. Charlatan.
How did I... What? What?
Oh, Rasputin's here.
Yeah, I know. What the... I don't... That makes me uncomfortable. I don't like how that happened.
That's fair. That is an uncomfortable thing.
I was not going to see him. I was going to go see my father.
What are you doing here?
Vanitas, vanitatum, et omnia vanitas. Your father was a great man.
No. Remark how much is left of his greatness.
Where did that thought come from?
I can see clearly what a great influence he had on your life.
Ah, there's the charlatan.
We both know how much you wanted to be his equal.
You don't know me as well as you think.
Then tell me where I err.
I've come by everything on my own. Everything I have, I owe only an exclusive...
No, okay, he went too far the other direction.
Usually comes before a fall. Your father considered himself Polish. Your mother was Russian. And you grew up in France. Who are you, Victor?
And what about you? Who are you, Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin?
Me? Above all, I am an acolyte of Christ himself, whose path I know and wish to follow. I'm not as lost as you.
And what about the rest of the flock? The people around you. You've gathered them, us, intentionally.
Everyone has a goal. We're only yet another stopover on someone's journey. And sometimes our paths lead in the same direction. Mine leads to the court of Nikolai Romanov. I need to save the Tsarevich because I believe that only then can we have a future. I can help him. Do you believe me?
I'd like to believe. I know that you're helping me, and I have a debt towards you, but I also have my doubts.
How can I dispel them?
Why are you visiting the Church of St. Mary Magdalene?
I pray there. But Lazarev showed it to me. He believes in my mission and revealed that the Tsarina sometimes goes there.
Does that have anything to do with Kirill?
Where do you know him from?
I've also been to the church to pray.
No, he doesn't matter here. What worried you?
There are people who don't have entirely flattering opinions about you. They say you might be dangerous.
What people? Do you know them?
Who? I want
Everyone
names,
has
huh?
opinions about you, or about other thaumaturges, Jews, women, American Indians, or about Christ himself.
Charles.
What have you heard about me that's
Spaghetti.
starting to frighten you? Have
What
you
other
heard
name
about
do you
my
look for?
wife? Maybe that I abandoned her for orgies and feasts? Or maybe you should just go ahead and ask me directly. Have you heard about my wanton life? I don't judge anyone by who they sleep with, or how
Yes,
often.
but you need to be at a
What
higher
else have you heard?
standard
And
than the
from whom?
people.
From the
is the
Petersburg
thing, yeah?
Okhrana and its agents? From newspapers written under the strictures of Tsar's censorship? What else?
It feels like you know things I haven't told you.
I can't be sure what you're telling me consciously and which ones only during our sessions.
It's hard to trust someone who goes into your head without you knowing
Even
what he
Dragon
does.
Man.
That didn't
Glad to have you here.
before. You
And same
invited
with you,
me in
Esepulus
yourself,
and Blue
remember?
7.
You yourself opened your mind to me. I
This
told
guy's
you I hadn't
backpedaling like
investigated my power myself.
like he's driving in
It's a
reverse
gift.
on a bicycle.
I usually help those who believe. Do you believe now?
That's all.
See, I think I've dispelled all your doubts. Think what we can achieve, Victor, if you just come with me. Think about how the Tsar will look upon all thaumaturges then, if one of them saves his heir. Do you see now?
What will happen if I refuse?
I'll try without you, and I'm sure I won't succeed. I'll go down in everyone's memory as a charlatan, madman, and devil spawn. But I'll try nevertheless.
Do I change history?
Slander, calumny, and lies are a small price
Can
to pay
I?
to save the future. I believe God will reward my efforts. Of course, I'll have to focus harder on my mission than on you and your needs. Do you have a clear enough picture now to make your decision?
I'm with you.
Perfect. Now our journey is really beginning. Just remember, there's no turning back.
You're facing a turning point in history. If you decide to go with Rasputin now, you'll lose an opportunity to complete some side
Let's
quests.
not waste time. Let's go pray. Ideally at the Orthodox Church of St. Mary Magdalene. Ready?
We'll meet later.
What else
You
am I
know where
missing?
to look for me. Don't keep me waiting long.
I don't think I have any quests left, fellas.
A chance
I
like
think it's
this
getting
does
towards the
not
end there.
come along very often.
I forget. Where did I meet the Tatar fella? I want to say... Hang on. Let's talk to Upir.
What a day. I wonder...
He's a good
Was
guy.
he?
The synagogue. Oh, wait. Who did I say I was going to see, sorry? The Tatar. I forget where that was. I take it nobody remembers where the hell he is.
I don't.
That is fair. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Alrighty, sir.
So back with the story I was telling. So yeah, my bosses took me to the horticultural meeting in my city, and again, I was the youngest person there, and so like there was the standard door prizes and whatnot, and made small talk with the people, brought down the average age by probably about 4 years just on my lonesome, and okay, so there's a little quiz they make us do for one of the door prizes, and of course our party we do pretty good at the thing because we run a garden center. We answer people's questions. We get 27 out of 29 right, and it turns out there's a tie for first place. People who only got 2 wrong, of which we three were 5 of the 3 people get it. So one of the bosses wins the door prize. Cool. We're having a little bit of fun. Then a little bit down the line, the other boss is asked to pick out of a cup one of the other prizes. And lo and behold, me sitting right beside her, she pulls out my name. And then lastly, right at the end, they do a random draw and we win a 3rd door prize. So we won 3 out of the 5 door prizes. It was, at the end, it was getting kind of ridiculous. It was great. It was a weird night at the garden center, let's say.
Where did I talk to what's his face?
In that one place.
What was his name? Amir? Something like that. Ah, screw it. Guess we're going with Rasputin. Rasputin. The new one kind of lacks. Whatever she said. Victor?
Can we go? The church is waiting.
Not yet. I came up.
Yes?
I leave.
Church.
Victor is a good guy.
I hope I didn't make myself too proud.
The church is waiting.
Fine, let's go.
Finally. Victor, it's about to start.
Strange. I don't remember the way here. Not at all.
What did he do to me?
Should I be nervous, friend?
What did he do to me?
This terrifies me.
Quiet there. You're not in a barn. The Patriarch Kiru will soon begin an exorcism on a certain boy.
I know that you and Kiru have a past. Why are we here, of all places?
Not in the least. Remember, revenge is foreign to me, Victor. It's not about Kirill. Though if by chance he trips up today...
What did he make me do?
...certainly happy. Unlike Kirill, I really do want to heal a boy who is suffering. The people must understand that I am the truth.
And what then?
Then, all that's needed is for what happens here to reach the right ears.
Off to the market with you. Don't bother folks here.
Now I would like you to look around and determine how to prepare the miracle of healing. Go now.
What's my role in all this?
The church is a divine stage. The sort I need to perform on to produce the right impression. People will see me today as a miracle worker.
Am I helping him with a charlatanry?
You're a thaumaturge. Help me do it.
I'm sure there could be no possible consequences from this.
I'll go take a look around.
Go, but don't waste time.
A religious woman decided to subject her son to an exorcism. She claims that the child lies, is disobedient, and cries all the time. Oh my god.
I felt something. Where is it?
Just fucking walk up. It's no biggie. A small chart icon. The holy picture was supposed to bring divine help and care. Instead, it provoked anger and became the bone of contention that caused a definite rift between mother and child. Ultimately, Simek snapped and destroyed the picture, which only stoked his mother's suspicion of demonic interference. Huh? A book with a wrapped cover. Pages read for the first time in hope of finding some peace of mind. It's not easy to collect her thoughts, find time to herself. Simek demands so much work. She has to keep an eye on him at all times and doesn't have a moment to think or reflect. A worn-out playmate. The teddy bear, charmingly named Kartoffelek, is loved by someone, but as is common with love, there are bad times as well. Times of undefined anger, sorrow, and incomprehension. The teddy bear lost its paw in a gesture of helplessness.
Aww. Bom, bom, bom.
I'm guessing I have to talk to the kid. Yeah, I'd be crying too. There's like 50 fucking people here that are about to watch you in a very vulnerable moment.
But Yushka, can we please start?
Patience, daughter, and humility. Keep praying. You're back after all. You'll soon see the power of God.
Hey, you. Why did you harm Kartoffelek? He said it really hurts now.
I didn't mean to. I didn't. I was angry. Papa didn't come back from the wall.
Oh.
I know you destroyed a holy image. Do you want to go to hell?
No, I got scared. Mama?
What did Mama do?
Mama said there'd be days like this.
Is he your son? Why did you bring him here?
What business is it of yours? The devil needs to give me my son back. He's got me scared to sleep under my own roof.
The poor kid has anger issues, huh?
He won't shut up about phantoms, and he lies and
Oh,
wakes
is he a
stuff up.
Thaumaturge?
And he
Nope, time to
hauls
rip it
and
out of him.
hauls. Batyushka, faster, have mercy.
Hey, you. I've heard you were a liar.
No, I don't lie. That's not true.
And that you scare your mama making things up.
Not true.
I don't think he's lying.
I want to go home.
Don't get close to him. It's the devil speaking through him. He'll tell you
Sacre bleu.
anything to save himself.
The devil.
So the boy has a flaw. That explains a lot, but doesn't answer the question. What's next? There's no vile devil inside Simek, just an ordinary flaw that influences his disposition, exacerbating feelings of incomprehension and loneliness. Exorcisms may only cause him more harm. If I could remove the flaw, the boy would certainly calm down, and Rasputin could take advantage of that. I should talk to him. So yes, we're helping him in his shard. We're just gonna do the magic and pretend that he did it,
Of course.
What sacrilege,
We're running out of time, Victor. What
That's
have you
sacred.
got for me?
I've learned the boy carries a flaw.
Perfect. And what's next?
Beat his ass.
Maybe it's what's making him upset. If I took it away. But Kiro told me to move away before it opened completely.
Don't dwell on it. It's good news. Let's get closer to God. Especially since it's a little too loud here.
Thanks be to God. They're going somewhere else to talk.
Princeps miliete celiestes defendenos in proelio. Down with the evil spirit. I drive you out in the name of Christ.
Priest! Leave that child alone!
You stand in defense of Satan. He's not a child, he's a devil.
Mama!
You're causing a child unnecessary suffering. He needs a different kind of help. True help. My help.
Full-bodied help.
Oh, yeah.
Mama!
Quiet, don't scream. I'm not going to do anything to
I
you.
wonder if he sees Upir.
Mama! Mama! Help!
My name's Victor and this is Upir. He won't hurt you.
Shimek.
You know I'm a Thaumaturge. And I think you too.
I don't wanna be a Thelma. I don't wanna. Mama?
Hey, don't cry, alright? How about we talk?
Give up and remove his flaw. Rip.
Have you ever seen a ghost or a monster? One like him?
Once. One was in the wardrobe, the other in the kitchen. I'm scared of them.
Have you told anyone about this?
My mama and the priest. Am I going to hell?
Yes. Tease him.
Hell is
Calm
other
down,
people.
Everything's alright.
And you will
No one's
right.
taking you to hell. I see ghosts too. Sometimes they even help me.
Why did God do this to us? Doesn't he like us?
Aww.
Sometimes I
Something
wonder about
testing
that
you.
myself. We don't know what God has planned for us.
Will this take much longer? Kirill is about to declare me anathema. How can it be that he's crying here?
He's a Thaumaturge. I didn't know that earlier.
Do you see yourself in him? Do you want to help him because no one...
I want to help him because he needs help.
What happened to me now?
Well, Victor, we're running out of time. What will happen to him now?
That was ominous.
I'm not sure.
Permit me to make it easier for you. What does being a thaumaturge mean to you?
Huh. That's okay, he just solved it, didn't he? Well, he just made it a way to solve. What do you guys think? It's a gift, right?
The sweetest of gifts.
My power is my greatest gift. I couldn't imagine life as someone else if someone had it taken away.
Why do you think that?
I can see more than others can. That means I know more than others do. Then I can use that any way I want.
For you, it's a treat. For others, it's a shame. I hope I helped. His crying bothers me.
I decided not to remove his flaw. Without it, his first servitor will never find him.
But maybe his life would have been easier without it. Now, we'll never know.
From this point, he would constantly feel something missing in his life. I can't do that to him. Our abilities can be a blessing, not a curse.
You've convinced me.
Hey.
Are we going to my mama?
He'll be making other people cry.
I'll take you to her in a moment, but first, listen to me, all right? You can see things others can't see. That's normal. That will make you go to hell. Soon, a spirit will find you, one you mustn't be scared of. From then on, you'll never be alone and he'll help you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good, he's happy. Look at him.
We probably won't see one another again. Good luck.
It felt like the right thing to do.
It's all right now. Everything will be all right. Find
You're not
peace inside yourself. Peace, yes. It's all right now. Be blessed, Shimon. Be healed. It's better now, isn't it?
It's a miracle. Thank you. With all
It's a
my
miracle.
heart.
Shimon shares his name with the name of the greatest of Christ's apostles. And you wanted to drive Satan out of him. That's blasphemy. So say I, Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin. The man you betrayed, Judas. We have made the words of God into an instrument for our own gain. Made sacred temples into a vanity fair. Satan exists, and he is here today among us. But not in this small, defenseless boy I have just cured. This evil runs rampant through our homeland, driving our great nation toward a precipice. It's time to stand against this. Let us be strong in spirit. That is the only way we can defeat Satan. Down with traitors!
Did I just help squash the rebellion? I
Down
hope
with
not.
traitors.
Somebody has a fucking gun in church? What the fuck?
Hey, you! The devil with the book! You damned magician.
Did he just
I'm
call me a
talking to
devil
you.
with a book?
Hang on now. My cousin was recently telling me about a fella like that who was in the lockup in Śródmieście.
Victor, do you need help?
I won't say no. Looks like it'd be useful.
What was that you said, officer?
Things are getting a little heated, huh? Oh no, not enemy reinforcements. Ah. Ow. Ow.
Blood book. Blood book. More blood book.
Bonk. Ow.
My leg!
He died. Where are my there they are. Hi. New friends.
I've never even held a gun before.
I got that backwards.
Hey, Admiral Y11 and Fox 20x9x20. Thanks for the raids. Woo. Welcome to have you with us. Double raid.
Hello.
How you two doing?
Tiniest raid ever, but it's welcome.
Yeah. Every bit is helpful. We're thankful.
That guy got a... Holy fuck! Anyway, that guy got a bonker.
Yeah, that man was down.
Hungry for coin.
Hey, 432. That's serious. I just need someone to raid with a party of one.
Because these are wizard scum. It's not a fair fight with them.
Thanks, Marcus.
Enough. You and you. Get them.
Yay!
But
Save your powers for later. They'll come in handy. Let's go.
Michal, leave him alone, bastards!
Geroy, you're coming with us too.
Hey, another fight. Oh, if you want to get out of here in one piece, start snitching right away, it said.
It's chilly here.
I hate to say it, but we gotta call it after this conversation.
We'll get out of this.
It sounds like.
How?
Mock his fear. No.
Do you know anyone who's gotten out of the Citadel? First, the Ochrana will grill us, then it'll be out to the prison yard.
Hey, you, Marcus.
Kid.
And thanks for the follow.
Vanda will spring us from here. We just have to give her time. Have you learned to whistle yet? And remember, we were at Mass. We don't know anything, got it? Unlike him.
Why does that guy still have his coat?
I don't know.
Because that's not pretty.
And now you're going to tell
also,
me
what the hell is with
what
those
happened
sleeves?
inside the church.
Does he need like anti-elbow
How is
work on
Vanda
his
meant to help
coat?
you?
I don't know.
I'm sure Vanda and our folks have already got the Citadel under watch. We don't leave our own behind. Don't change the subject. What about the church?
I did what I had to. The boy at the exorcism turned out to be a Thaumaturge.
And?
Seems to me I was the first person to recognize his nature. I'd have given a lot for that kind of help once.
And where did you end up, hero?
In
I
jail.
got the urge to pray, and I could have been having a beer at Berg's.
Jan Bialek.
No. Please, no.
That's me.
Here. That's me.
I knew it.
You've got to get him out of here, you understand? He's not even 16.
You have my word.
Bialek, you're coming with me.
Tell her not to miss me. And you, practice that whistling.
Hey. Next.
Perhaps I
You've
treated the
received a quest.
situation too lightly. It seems this place is no ordinary prison and has a bad reputation among revolutionaries.
You've received a quest in the abyss.
Yeah, but we will have to deal with it next week.
Same great time, same great place.
Yeah. We'll have the urge to Turge.
The urge.
Alright, thanks for showing up, fellas.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, I was talking to the audience, but
Yeah,
you go take your kudos.
Yeah.
Take my victory laps.
You know, we appreciate you, Lone Wolf. You make the stream. Without you here, we would be less.
Y'all are awesome.
Everyone give a round of applause to Lone Wolf.
Lone Wolf, yay! I can't do it because I'm on push to talk. Yay! Slappy. Just slap the back of my hand.
Just slap your leg. Just slap your
start
leg.
slapping meaty bits until it sounds like applause.
Exactly.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I've been Noot.
I've been Chris.
Thank you.
Of course, I've been AK Lone Wolf.
Well done, everyone, and all of you have a wonderful evening. And see you all next time. Oh, by the way, to a lot of you, new Space Station 13 vid just dropped on the YouTube channel. So if you haven't seen it, give it a watch.
Nice.
Cheerios.
Consume.
Consume the media.
Yeah.